Hello, my name is Shayna Van, and I will be covering Week 3's budget type for Lake Elsinore, your 2021 through 2022 operating budget. Brief overview, we will be covering Lake Elsinore's budget type, the advantages and disadvantages to this budget type format, and my recommendations. And after review of the website, I determined that Lake Elsinore's budget type is the program budget. The format expresses budgetary fund structures, the description of the funds, how it's allocated by department, and the process. In this example, pointing to governmental funds, a special revenue for the anchor. So a project budget generally contains, revenues received from donations and grants, and have specific quotas that they have to fill, like guidelines they have to adhere to. So in this case example, Lake Elsinore's goal is to aim to find solutions to homelessness. I remember when the pandemic hit and the Project Home Key California was approved. Well, Lake Elsinore was part of that. I remember it was right around Christmas time, and they had to open it by a specific date, and they had to meet a specific criteria. I personally volunteered with making the beds and collecting pillows for this project. So I saw firsthand how this rundown motel was transformed with the money that was provided for this project. There wasn't a lot of positive feedback from local residents because of the homelessness and how it was addressed. However, personal testimonies do express that this has been successful, where individuals went from being homeless to being transitioned into temporary housing and then transitioned into permanent housing, all through the collaborated works with the nonprofit SWAG. The website also provides department information like the summary and changes of positions and the benefits of personnel, and the general overview fund by department. So this type of framework shows how funding is allocated to different departments, and then those departments manage the activities and flow. There are some advantages and disadvantages to program budget type, as this, again, framework determines the type of priority of projects, whether they are delivering services successfully, and if it's something that they are able to continue in the future. It allows them to budget, monitor the budget and the resources, and then organizational goals with partnerships. And so again, in this case, with the anchor in the partnership with SWAG, in them now having a home base within the city where it's additional access resources and medical services provided to the people of Lake Elsinore. So you're able to see tangible results. Noting from the journal articles, what is program budget and how does it work? Program budget e-finance management, and true program cost, program budget, and allocation template and resource. Apart from the advantages, there are also some disadvantages to the program budget type. That requires a lot of information and time, which can cause delays and overlap, which also can cause budget errors and inaccuracies. I see this within the nonprofit sector a lot of times, as there can be a lot of unexpected changes with the various allocation of resources to the specific projects. And some may be interdependent or dependent on each other. In closing, I would recommend this current budget type that Lake Elsinore is utilizing. It's a great tool that forecasts the future and the performance of the city and the advantages of having such programs. And with Lake Elsinore growing at its rate, its priorities will be highlighted and being able to express that easily on the website. I love how it provides accountability per department, so that will allow efficiency and again allow effectiveness to show how each department is divided and be able to see where the money is being utilized and whether or not we are reaching our goals. In closing, it is important for our seated leaders to be educated and aware of the policies, but also aware of how the programs are benefiting the residents, how it's actually trickling down. Is it benefiting the city overall? And having this type of budget type, the program budget type, that provides everyone involved, including city officials down to the residents, to be well informed in making these types of decisions and being good public stewards. Thank you for your time in watching this presentation, and have a blessed week.